Here we go. How's that? Can you hear me now? Boy, oh boy, nothing like having the microphone on and sitting on your desk and the software that makes the microphone work not running. Boy, I'll tell you, man, this has been a week from hell for me. Holy freaking moly. All right, I said it in chat. Duracell comes out and says, hit the like button. When I turn the stream on, I can see when you guys hit the like button, like a thumbs up goes flying by my screen, which is kind of fun. 2 dislikes come flying in, like out of the gate. Somebody, if you're coming into my show and disliking it before I even start talking, you got a problem. You're just trying to be funny or you got a problem. Come on, be a grown up. Anyway, you can dislike what I say after I say it, but give me a chance to be an idiot first, right? Here we go. I want to swear so bad. What a crappy morning this has been. Yesterday and today both. And it's got me thinking, and I want to talk about this. I want to switch over right now and look at where we are with the daily paycheck. Let's go here. Let me get the screen up really quick and tell you the summary of where we are. We're actually, let's say 1 and 2, not 1 and 0. I didn't change the number there. We're 1 and 2, not 1 and 0. We've lost 2 days in a row. We've lost over $2,000. 43% of our bankroll is gone over the course of 2 days. We've seen about 40-ish rolls. Horrible rolling. Like horrible rolling. If we were playing the skill 66, just as it was, we'd be at 0. We'd have lost $10,000 by now. Okay? That's a simple strategy. Inside play, get a number, press it up, get another hit, and play out, right? Today we had, I don't count. I'm going to go by memory, about 9 shooters. We had about 9 shooters. The last shooter hit the small, actually, right? Out of 9 shooters, 2 of them made it. Got 2 inside hits. Can you believe that? Out of 9 shooters, only 2 of them got 2 freaking hits. Unbelievable bad rolling. And we're playing a don't pass along with it. I sniped my point multiple times on a point of 10. I come out 7 to myself. Everything I bet on today, everything I bet on, the dice were on the opposite. It just destroyed myself, okay? I want to show you really quick too, while we're at this screen, what the total, let me get over here, what the total bankroll looks like, right? Here we are. There's the 3 days of logs, right? Terrible rolling, of course. If I go to my 401g account, and we've been logging this now, right? We're $3,000 down. You can see that we're $3,000 down in the G account. I'm doing the thing where I withdraw the money every day and put it back in. Yeah, 2 days in a row, we've taken money out and put almost nothing back in again. It's been ugly. This is gonna make this paycheck series feel real. When I start using this app here, it's gonna make the paycheck series, I think, feel a little bit more real because it's actual money. Unreal today how bad the system was. And again, I don't blame the system, right? It's the rolls. The rolls just today didn't match up. And it's okay. I'm gonna say it's okay when the rolls don't match up. Nothing's gonna be perfect, right? If there was a perfect strategy, we'd all be millionaires, right? There's just not. It's better, craps is better when you win some, lose some, win some, lose some, not when you just go right into the tank 2 days in a row. Like 2 days in a row where I hit 0 times, right? An inside play has half the numbers working for it. We should be better than this. We just weren't. So I think my thoughts on the strategy are this, and I want to be as honest with you as I can. I looked at this one, and it's funny because the opposite things have happened. When I played the Iron Cross, and by the way, Waylon and I, the 75-100 with the Baccarat don't pass in the parlay, that whole system, that went 11-0, I said to you, Iron Crosses suck, this thing's gonna get destroyed. That thing went undefeated. This one I look at and go, this is a safety play, right? It's a little bit of a hedge for a couple of rolls, and then we switch to dark side. This should check all the boxes for a paycheck play. It's relatively low volatility, right? $100 don't versus 330. You're not hedged, but you've got a good flip in there. This one should check the boxes, right? It literally has gotten itself destroyed. And as much as I want this one to win and be a play that I would put in the daily paycheck, so far, the dice don't lie, right? We're in a bad trend. The dice don't lie. A paycheck play cannot be a strategy that's likely to lose $5,000 on a decently bad day, right? I'm about ready to put it in the hopper. I want to run it for another week. I want to give it another 5 full days with my regular toss from the right side of the table, and we'll give it an honest run and see if it's worth playing. But so far, as much as I want this one to win because it seems so freaking simple, it just didn't pull it off. And that's got to tell you something, okay? Maybe it tells me also that in the worst possible scenario, 70 rolls in 2 days in a row, it only lost a little over $1,000, right? Which is a lot, obviously. But to lose a quarter of your bankroll on a really awful day, you got to feel like that's surviving where other people would have been completely destroyed. I don't know what to do. I'm in a quandary of how to think about how this one did. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Skill says, I'm thinking, instead of the 66, why don't we try the opposite with an outside for 2 hits and call it luck X, whatever you decide. That's fine too, right? We can do the 4, 9, 5, 10, or the 4, 5, 9, 10, and the same move works. If it's insides or outside. Skill, I didn't hit the outsides either. Honestly, I would set a point of 4 or 10, and then I would buckshot the point like right away, and then hit a 7 on the come out. That was the kind of day that I had. It just didn't. Some days the dice just don't like you. It is what it is. And yeah, I think Cajun Craps, I only swore once today. I think I swore one time. Yesterday I was a maniac. I was so mad. Today, I think just once. But yeah, it is what it is, right? This game will make a believer out of you. You'll believe in dumb luck, you'll believe in bad luck, and you'll believe in dice control all at the same time, right? Look at my throws today. Trying to be a thrower. I tell you all the time, dice controllers who suck are worse than random. Today was that day. All right, let's move ahead. Let's move ahead and talk about what's happening in the craps world. Not a whole lot going on, but I have thoughts here, right? Reminder, no Friday night fights this week because we're all going to be in AC making money, real money. There's no crap shot on Sunday because folks will be traveling back from the Big Mac meetup in Atlantic City. So those two favorites will be out. I'm sure that, I don't think Alfredo's going to AC, so I'm sure Alfredo will do some lives and stuff to keep us entertained over the weekend. But we're going to be down there playing at the Mac AC meetup Wednesday through Sunday. I'll be there tomorrow. I'm leaving here at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm coming back home Saturday late afternoon. So let's go. Let's get it done. The other thing that's going on in the world is Waylon and Nemo got into it a little yesterday, and Nemo challenged Waylon to take $2,000 and make $4,000 with it, and Waylon went ahead and did it, which is cool, although not cool. And I'm going to say this, Nemo, I love you. I'm giving you a big hug right now. Okay, I'm giving you a big hug, and everybody needs to hear this. A challenge to take $2,000 and make $4,000 with it, and devise strategies where you take $2,000 and make $4,000 with it as the strategy is dumb, okay? We should not be thinking about ways to double our money every single time because it makes you, and Waylon said it, the first sentence in Waylon's video, you watch Waylon's video where he took the Nemo challenge and did it live, the first thing he says in that video is, he wants me to take $2,000 and make $4,000 out of it, okay? That means I have to bet more than my bankroll allows me. I got to bet higher than I'm comfortable with, and I got to do some things that are super risky to make it happen. Whether he makes it happen or not is immaterial, okay? If that's your goal and that's your only goal, you're going to bet like a maniac and you're going to lose your damn money. So take Johnny's advice. If you're going to try that kind of a thing, try that thing when you're already up $2,000 and you're going to burn your profits to try and make a home run, fine. Do not walk into a casino with $2,000 looking to make 6 or 4. That's crazy town. And I think that's a dangerous play, and I'm halfway glad that Waylon did it. I'm halfway pissed off that he even tried it. Because that's not what we should be promoting here. In my opinion, that's not what we should be talking about. Let's find ways to make consistent money. Let's find ways to hit a home run when we have a chance to. But let's not find ways to burn as much money as we can and be on reset all the time. There's no rebuy button at a casino. There is one. It's called an ATM machine, and it's taking money out of your life. Don't do it. Okay. And again, seeing that happen yesterday was like, man, I didn't like the fact that Waylon even took the challenge. I know he wants to. He wants to prove that he can do it. Fine. Not smart. Not a smart way to play. And we should not be promoting that style of play. That's what I got to say. Done with that. I've been thinking about that all night. I was watching that video last night and going, damn it. Why are we even doing this? You know, it just promotes bad habits, and I think that's a wrong way of thinking. Tournament play, fine. Fake money, fine. Crapsy, fine. But again, you're building bad habits. That's how I see it. All right, off the soapbox. Off the soapbox, let's go play some craps here, right? We're going to talk a little bit about the aggressive play style. And again, we've been working this all week, right? Last week we did the cautious person and made good money. This week we're working aggressive stuff. And on the aggressive note, I was telling Justice Jen and Ian Olson last night, I filmed a bunch of videos over the weekend. I filmed the tier pressure. I filmed this one, this skill switch, and a couple others that are more home run kind of style strategies, and did really well with them in the videos. You're going to hit a home run every so often. Okay, if your play style is all in aggressive, that's all I care about. That's a mindset that you're in. And like I say all the time, your bankroll had better support your mindset. If you're going to be this aggressive person that's going to try and turn 2K into 5K or 10K, and that's your whole life goal, great. You better have the bankroll to let it happen. You better have the bankroll to survive a table like you just saw in the garage on the daily paycheck. You better have a bankroll to survive the normal crap tables until that one roll happens. And it may not happen for 6 hours. Can you last for 6 hours looking for a home run? If you can't, and you want to be that player, your bankroll and your brain or your heart or whatever you want to call it, your risk appetite are at odds. You may feel like you're being forced to play some other way. That's fine. Go play bubble craps. Be aggressive maniac where you can afford to do it, where your bankroll allows you to play that way. But don't try and bring too small a bankroll out to the table. Okay? If we can merge those two things, we're gonna be in pretty good shape. All right. So I say it all the time. Know your goals. Know your goals. If your goal is disposable income and you're playing for a home run, cool. Be in touch with that. And again, bankroll has to match. And how do you play it? What is your strategy? Right? Again, bankroll to burn, stop loss here. These are the tenets of an aggressive player. Looking for big swings. You want the big swing. You have huge goals. You're hunting that hot roller, and you're seeking the risk and not running from it. So yesterday we talked about this notion of, do I delay my entry or do I just jump right in? And if you recall, let me go to the table here. I'm actually going to zoom into my table. Give me a second to find that screen. Let's zoom in. Let's turn the light on. Yesterday we were kind of talking a little bit about the notion of waiting a roll or two to get yourself safe versus just dumping your bankroll right out of the gate, right? And that's a consideration for us to think about how are we going to play it in terms of being safe or not. Because if you're going to shoot the home run, I got no problem with you shooting a home run. That's perfectly fine. Obviously, whatever, right? That's in your wheelhouse to do that. The question is, how many times can you shoot for the home run? Okay, let's reset my bankroll. This is my practice session from last night. I'm going to take this out of here, and I want to talk to you about bankroll levels today and the best way to kind of attack this thing. So here we go. Let's put 2,000 in the rack. Let's go and get some blacks here. And let's do the math. There's 500, 1,000, 1,500. Here's $2,000, okay? Now, if I want to play, let's say I want to play tier pressure as an example, okay? To me, you can play it at 64 across as your starting point. You can play it at 130 across. You can play it at 250 across. At this level, you probably need, I'm going to take another 500, $2,500. They say, whoever they is, you need to get it to work, enough money in your bankroll to make it happen 10 times. All right? If I take a bunch of these hundreds and I make them greens, let's get 500 green. We're going to show you how this is going to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have my bankroll set before we started the show, but let's get it set up in $250 chunks. I'm going to make 10 stacks of 250. Let's talk through this. My phone is blowing up. Does that mean my audio went down? There's 2,500 set up in 10 stacks of 250. Why is my phone blowing up? Okay, something different. Okay, there we go. So this would be the conventional wisdom. Play and bring enough money to play your strategy 10 times. Now, people say this, and they're playing kind of a conservative way to play. Okay, I think I have an extra green somewhere. There it is. that assumes you're going to have a complete torpedo. You're going to lose 10 straight shots. Okay. The reality of it is, if you go out there looking for a home run and you drop 250 on the felt 10 times, let's put this money in the rack. We dropped 250 out there 10 times. And every time the shooter does a PSO and we lose our money. There's 9 left. There's 1 shooter out here. Okay. My point yesterday was this. Let me get actually these bets set up and we'll talk through it. Makes a little more sense with money out here. There's 250 across. By the way, it's going to be 25 on the 4 and 10, 40 on the 6 and 8, and 40 on the 5 and 9 rather, and 60 on the 6 and 8. That is 250 across. Okay. Now, if that just goes down in flames 10 straight times, great. You're going to lose your $2,500 bucks. You're going to go home and be sad. Yesterday's point was, well, we know that this strategy in particular is set up in such a way that it's going to win 250 in the first 4 rolls if it happens to work. And I was asking the question, do you want to do this? Because here's the thing, right? Let's play it out real quick and put some money out front. Let's see if the dice will be nice to us today. I just want to do a quick little front side rollout. 9 pays, 40 pays 56, 55, 56 bucks. We're going to stack that on up, make it $100. Okay. There's 1. There's the 6. That'll pay 70 bucks. I want to do one quick run through. Look at this, right? This morning I could not buy 2 inside hits this morning, and here we go. At the first thing out of the gate here, I get 2 inside hits. Right? Crazy town. All right. Can we get something else? Another 6. 6 repeats, 140. Perfect. 125, 140, and down. Let's bring everything back. There's the 40 bucks to the 9. Let's make the 6 again look like, I'll take the profits here. Looks like 60 bucks. All right. Now, we got the 9 to hit and the 6 hits twice. We have 250 bucks. That was what we started with, plus about 20. You put this back in your rack right now, you have 10 more shots at it. Okay. Think about this 10 shots as being kind of a rolling 10. Okay. Technically, I have 11 shots at the monster now, right? Because one of our shots made us back some money. This was yesterday's play, right? We pulled it back, and now we're going to start over again, right? Versus staying out here with that first series win and leaving the 250 at risk for another few rolls. Okay, that was yesterday's decision. And I want you to look at this piece of it here because I say it all the time. I want to get back to bankroll neutral. I want to get back to bankroll neutral. When I'm playing the game, my first goal always when I'm managing my rack, and again, I use lammers to separate these things, but visually, what I want to do is get back to bankroll neutral. The second I can put 250 back in my rack and my bankroll looks perfect like it does right now, everything else I do becomes profit. Everything I see that's not this, including this and that, it's all profit. And from a visual standpoint, that gives you kind of a look-see at where you are. And now you run and attack this thing. And from this point forward, you can do what you want to, right? I think that even as an aggressive player, that's the smartest move you can make versus pressing until you have one number that's pressed up enough to where it pays everything. Because what you're looking for in that case, I know people who do this, right? That 6, let's just play the 6 out. We'll ignore the rest of the table. The 6 was at 120, like so. It would have gone to we would have won 140, right? The next move presses that 6 to 280, or 240 rather, which pays 280, 275, 280. At that point, the person would say, okay, now I've recovered my starting, and we'll keep going here. That took a lot of hits. That took from 60 to 120 to 240, and the 4th hit, you finally got your money back, right? When you power press, where you're playing hard on these numbers, you don't pull back until one number replaces your thing. That's too big. That means you're going to go down with these 250 chunks every time as we go. So I want you to think about that, right? Playing for the home run is fine, right? Rocking a hot roll is super fun. I've done it a few times. As a matter of fact, I've done a video with you guys a few times. It's hella fun to do that, but it's so hard to get it the likelihood that you lose what's out here is higher. So the minute you can get bankroll neutral, then I think you lean in. That's when I think you go hard and go all in. So there's a quick look at like kind of the base bankroll management. Now, other strategies I think are interesting. And I want to talk about being aggressive. We did some line play the other day, okay? With this kind of bankroll, how would you play the line and like a Molly system? Because bankroll management in those circumstances is way, way different because you don't really have 250 per shooter. On a Molly, you're going to keep running and running and running until the bets stop paying, right? That's a different one. That one, you're going to look at your bankroll in chunks of dollars, right? So you know where you stand all the time. Managing your bankroll in that kind of system also, I believe, is important. Now, I'm going to leave it like this just because, I don't know, maybe the best way to set the bankroll up here is this. I'm going to take these greens out. We're going to get our hundreds and our greens set up in two different stacks to keep track of where we are. And again, I think this thing here will help feed you if you're the aggressive player. Let's go ahead and get our hundreds set up in groups of 5. So there's 500, there's 500, there's 500, and there's 500, okay? We'll take lammers for those. I'll separate them up. There's 4,000 in black, 1. There's 2,000 bucks. We'll put our greens in a separate part of the rack back here, and I'll separate those in $100 stacks. And again, to know where you are is important, and we're looking to fill the stacks always. Let's play a little bit of a Molly here. And again, I want to show you how we get aggressive with this thing and at what point we hit the go button. I think this whole thing is about when you hit the go button. All right, let's go. Let's establish a new point. A new point's going to be 6. Let's play a straight up 3-point Molly without the line. Sorry, Victor. With a come bet. I'm going to do a $25 base come bet with $100 in odds. $100 units in odds if we can get there. That's going to be kind of our key, okay? That goes to the 9, right? If I put up $100 in odds on that 9, that'll pay $150. Again, we're going to watch these two levels in here as they shrink and grow with hopefully we get some wins. Again, I'm just going to roll it out front just to make it simple. I don't really care about the legitimate rolling. I just want you to zoom in on the table and watch what happens. 6 is the point. That comes off. $100 onto the 6. Okay, we could max it out. I'm just going to keep it as easy as I can. Okay, that'll pay $120. Puck is off. We can leave the odds on or off. It doesn't matter. Let's leave them off for now. There's a 3. There's a 5. New point. Let's get our third Molly bet out, and we'll see if we can get a shooter here that can help us out. There's the 9. Fantastic. That's an off and on deal, right? So what's going to happen is these come down. They get paid $25 for the flat. They get paid $150 for the $100 in odds. The 9 travels up. The 100 gets replaced, and all this comes back to the rack with a new come bet. Watch my bankroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks of green. 1, 2, 3, and almost 4 stacks of black. Okay, that's 500. We're $100 short in our rack. I'm not going to increase this bet size yet until I have the profit to do so. We're going to increase this. We'll color it up, but not until the bankroll says that it's time to do it. Okay, there's the 7. Come bet pays. We burn it a little bit. So in the bankroll, where are we? Our greens are good. Our blacks are 1, 2, 3 sets of 5, 1 set of 4, and 2 greens up front. We're down $50. Okay, use your bankroll to tell you where you are. Also, to help you make your next betting decision, because again, you might want to color these up, but not until you're in a good spot. Okay, puck is on the 4. Let's come out again. And again, I can roll longer. You just can't see the results typically. There's aces. Let's try and hit a big old come bet and home run here. I need some confidence in my life after that debacle out in the garage this morning. There's a 6. That goes to the 6. We're going to go ahead and jump right on it. Okay, when you play the Molly the way the Molly ought to be played, not the Johnny, but the Molly, you're going to drop odds instantly. Okay, here we go. 6. It's a repeater. And again, it's going to be off and on. Okay, the back, the odds pay $120. The flat pays The flat pays flat. That comes back to you. That goes back in the come, right? That come bet moves to the 6. Your $100 goes up. Comeback gets replaced, and there's your payment. Okay, your payment comes back. Now, greens are right. Blacks are back to almost being right. See that? Just one hit right there gets you almost back to normal. We get up in the rack, we're gonna start hammering these things a little harder. 1, 2, 3. Boy, the craps numbers today killing the come bets. Let's go. Oh, another one. Are you kidding me? Not to be deterred though, right? We're not gonna let that worry us. We're not gonna be, again, a budget per shooter in a rolling bankroll like this doesn't matter. The other one does. 250 per shooter is what you're playing on the tier pressure. You're not going back in again. Here, rolling money. When you're rolling a bankroll to hammer a table, you got to set it up in dollar amount chunks and really be in tune with where you are. 5, 3, 8. Cool. That goes to the 8. We're gonna beat that 8 to death. $100 in odds. Next one's coming. If we catch a hot shooter, we're gonna be in great shape. Okay. Whoa, that almost jumped out of the deck. That's a 7. That's a 7 though. Boy, that thing almost went over the whole edge of the table. Everything comes down except the last come bet. Yikes. Looks like it's my day today, right? Where's the bank? We're light 200 in black. We're light 25 in green. Okay. Easy to know where you are. Know what your next levels are going to be. 5, 3, 2. There we go. Puck is on the 5. Let's go. 6, 5, 1. 5, 1. 6 with 100. Next one. 7 out. My goodness gracious. Bringing the heat today, aren't we? Now we're down 300 in black. We're down still 1 in green. I like this way of knowing where I'm at in the rack. Right? You got to know where you are. But again, as an aggressive player, notice how I'm not delaying my bets. There's a 5. The way that I normally play a molly, you know me, I let all 3 come bets get set and then I go with odds. I let the 7 kind of rule the day until I'm out here. If I'm an aggressive player, I'm not worrying about the 7. I look at each bet as its own individual play. There's a 1, 2, 3 again. That's our 3rd loss in the come against 0, 11, or 7 winners. Well, I guess 1 7 winner. Yikes. Oh my God. Come on, John. I'm telling you what. You want to talk about somebody torpedoing himself? In both areas, garage and here. Wow. And now we have a comeback go to the 4, which is the worst possible place. But we're not going to worry about it. It goes to the 4. It gets the full odds. Here comes the next one. This player here is a math player playing the lowest house edge bets he can play, right? Looking for a hot shooter. And we have another 1, 2, 3. That's our 5th one that we've lost. 100 and a quarter we've lost in the come. That's insane. But you know what? That 4 comes for us. We're going to be in good shape. Look at this. Look at this. 6, 4, 10. That goes over here. Wow. Okay, the come better here needs to have a shooter on the repeat plan. Let's go. Let's get it. I think we can do it. Nope, we can't. 5, 2, 7. Boy, want to watch me burn a bankroll? Today's the day. All that comes down. Come bet wins a pittance. Where are we now? We're down 125 in green, and we're down a full 500 in black. Okay, again, this is telling me how high to bet. Once we surpass bankroll, once we surpass it, we'll be able to do the color up version of the molly. There's a 4, 3, 7. Come out winner. We're not on it. I probably should zoom the table out so you can see the dice land, but I wanted to zoom on the bets instead. Another 7 there, by the way. Another 7. Wow. Now the come out, we should be on the pass line, right? But I'm going to play the molly. I like the molly rolls up in here. It's my favorite way to play it. 4, 4, 8. I like having 3 bets that are in moving a lot on a hot roll. All right, there's the 8. We're on that. Let's come on out. Let's get something to pay. Let's get a bet to pay here, huh? Hey, we're on the 8. Cool. Goes to the 8. Puck comes off. I'm dropping odds on it. My odds are going to work on the come out. Got a 9, 6, 3. Here we go. This is going to be our shooter. This will be our guy. Again, I'm not letting anything deter me here. We're going to go all in, right? On all the bets. The shooter gets hot. The shooter gets hot. We make our money back. We start doubling up the size of our bets down here. 3, 2, 5. First time we've had 3 come bets get set. Okay, they're all there. 25 and a black on every single one of them. Let's go. Come on, shooter. Come on, shooter. Be good. All right, there's a 1 there. There's a 4 down here. 5 pays. Awesome sauce. That pays. Coming down. 150 on the odds and 25 on the flat. Stay in the come. Replace the greens. Replace the blacks. Okay, we've got some work to do up in here to get our bankroll set after those couple of butt kickings that we took. But let's manage it as best we can visually. There's a 6. Goes to the 6. Here comes the odds. Now we're set up again. 3 numbers are rolling, right? Can our shooter stay on it? No, our shooter cannot. 4, 3, 7. Wow. Some days you get the bear. Some days the bear gets you. This is not my day. Here we go. 9. Boy, where was that? Like literally 1 roll ago when we had the big bet out there. Okay, we're on the 9. Can we get ourselves back to bankroll even? I don't know. We're down almost $1,000. There's a 7. Pays in the come. That comes back. Our greens are actually down just one slot, $100. Our blacks are where we're getting killed. Those odds are destroying us today. 5, 3, 2. Here we go. Let's make it happen. 4, 3, 1, 4. All the math guys are saying, this is the smartest thing you can do. Come bets with all the odds. Come bets with all the odds, right? Only if the dice work. I say this all the time. If the dice are working out, every bet, every strategy is perfect, right? That's going to pay. We hit the 4 off and on, right? That's going to come to there. This is going to come down and get paid. 25 flat, 200 for the odds. That's a beautiful thing. When that happens, it really helps you recover nice and quick like. Back in the come we go. We got our blacks are almost back. Our greens are almost back. We're doing good. Let's go, shooter. Stay in the zone. Oh, you know what? I put the odds up. Odds back to the 4. That is a 10 in the corner. I know it's kind of hard to see. It's going to be a 6 when I pull it up, but it was a 10. I rolled it when I brought it. That comes here with odds. Next one. It's asking a lot for the 4 and 10 to hit twice in a row. Having them both out there like that is not my favorite thing. But here we are. Come on, shooter. Let's do it. It was almost a 4. It rolled over to the 4, and then it rolled one more time, and the 2 showed up. That's an 8. We're not on that. Let's be a good shooter. Here we are. We're going to be on a good shooter, and we only have 3 numbers covered. So a lot of times I've done this come betting thing like this, and you're stuck in a world where they're rolling everything except for what you're on. There's another one, 6, 3, or 6, 2, 8. One of our holes. 1, 2, 3. Man. Hit one of my numbers, please, shooter. 4, 5. Is that a 4, 5, 9? It is a 4, 5, 9. That's good. That's good. 100 flat. 150 for the odds. Back in the come we go, and the rest of it comes back to the rack. That looks nice. Getting our rack. Get our rack working on getting healthy. Okay? Let's get you set to a good number. 1, 3, 4. Look at that. That's great. All right. It goes to the 4. So again, we're going to be off and on. Okay. This will come down. It gets paid 25 flat. It gets paid 200 on the odds. That moves into the 4. $100 goes back on. 25 back in the come. We bring back 125. And there our blacks are starting to build back up again. Looking good. Looking good, shooter. 6, a 4, 2. All right. That goes to, I love come betting on a good roll, right? When the roller's kind of hitting numbers and they're repeating, it's a really good rhythm. We're almost to the point where we can start beating these up a little bit harder, okay? Hard 4. Look at the 4 coming back and saving our bacon here, right? Boom. 50 flat or 25 flat, 200 for the odds. We're almost recovered. The greens are recovered. The greens have got 5 stacks. The blacks have got 1, 2, 3 stacks and 200. Technically speaking, these, if they were in the rack, we'd be in profit. But they're bets, so we're not. I want to make sure that we're clean in here before we start making a bolder, more home runny, aggressive player style move, okay? And I feel like we're being aggressive now anyway, right? We're definitely being, again, come bets with essentially max odds coming out. Midnight. And I'm not playing a 3-4-5 table. I'm playing, we have 10x tables here in Seattle. So these bets are all good and legal. There's the 7 that stops the magic, okay? But that was a pretty good roll. We were actually down about to there. We earned back a few $100 coming through. That was a good little run. Not quite healthy yet, but it got us going. Let's keep at it. 6 hard. 6 hard, coming. As soon as we get up in profit, we're going to start beating these things to death. I know we're going to get there. I have a good feeling about the shooter. There's a 9. And this, again, this is the aggressive move right here. Putting the odds right on it versus letting that next one get set and delaying the odds. I like to delay the odds because, again, I'm pretty conservative early in my rolls because of this, right? We're going to win $25 there. We're going to lose 1 1/4. If you let these things get set, right, that's a do-over, essentially. As it stands, we lose a little bit. Here we go. Come on, man. 4-1-5. 4-1-5. Is this a paycheck strategy? Is the 3-point Molly a paycheck strategy? So far, no. Right? Another 4. You need miracles to happen. That goes to the 4. There go the odds. Coming again. 1-4-5. Cool. That's the point. Max odds on that one for us. Puck is off. Odds are working on the come out. There's a 6. All right. Here we go, shooter. Get me. Give me some money. Nope. Frickin' 7. God. Talk about the ugly rhythm. We had it for a minute there. We were doing okay for about 30 seconds, and then it went away. 4 hard. I was just on the 4. I was literally just on the 4 dice. 3. Is that our sixth loss in the come on horn numbers? Come on, dude. 7. All right, 7 out. It gets our loss back. Floating around at loss level right now. 639. Oh boy, another quick 7. It's okay. We're gonna make $25 at a time, I guess. That's cool. Hard 4. Another point of 4. Waylon's right, man. The 4s and 10s become points a lot. They really do hit on those come outs. All right, there is a hard 4. We hit the point. Comebet's going to travel. Odds are going to go on. Puck's going to go off. My odds are working. My odds are working. We have a 10 for the next point. Two, 5, 7. Damn it. Boy, oh boy. All right, lose $100 again. Rough sledding here, huh? Rough sledding. But if you were too aggressive by pressing the bets up when you were winning, it'd be even worse, right? We got to get ourselves back to a good bankroll state before we start being extra aggressive. And again, this style of play, if you want to max the odds out, I can do a quick run here with max and really see what it looks like. Maximize out. There's a 5-1-6. Let's come to the come. Let's really, really beat it up, okay? 639. Check it out. Max odds looks like $250. I can do 10x odds at my local. If I want to really go balls deep, that's what it looks like. Okay. Will that get us back our money? We'll find out, right? There's a 426. And again, we can go 10x the odds, so 250. Deep in our bankroll we go. Odds are working on the come out. We proved that was the right move, even though I 7'd out and we just lost it all. That's an aggressive haymaker. That's taking a big, big swing at it, okay? Again, you adrenaline junkies out there are digging that, right? 10x odds, right? That's about a 0% house edge. Let's do it again. 5. 25 bucks. To the 8 it goes. Can I win one bet with max odds? That'd be awesome. 250. Let's go. Oh, God. Aces again. Gee whiz. Here we go. 4. Are you freaking kidding me? It goes to the 4 with 250. This one here that's gonna be a bet that probably burns. Here we go. Here we go, shooter. Come on, baby. Another one. Oh my God. That's got to be 10 threes. It's probably not 10, but it sure feels like it's 10. Damn, man. 426. All right, we are totally in. Right, there it is. 3-point Molly. Max odds, 10x odds on my local table. The casino's sweating that I'm going to get a good roll. I'm sweating. You know what's going to happen? Come on. Come on. Woo, we got one of them. We got one of them, 426. Fantastic. 300 bucks for the odds, 25 for the flat. Come back on in. Okay, now Victor, I think, would tell me to play the color up Molly, which is as you win, make the flats go up, right? We're gonna do that if we ever get past the number. Okay, if we ever get past our starting bankroll, we will do that. I got to get some wins. 5 goes to the 5. Okay, 4, 1, 5. And again, we know from trials, working the odds is a smart play, even though it feels like, oh God, we're going to lose our ass here if we get a 7. Working the odds. And we got an 8. 5, 3, 8. Woo, baby. 300 for the 250 in odds. 25 for the flat. Back in the come we go. Look at us. Look at us on the road to recovery. $1,000 back. This is actually kind of fun. This is actually kind of fun. There we go. All right. The 8 has been set. Yeah, the 8 was set. We're putting 250 up on it. Let's go. Oh, wait, that was the new point, right? I'm sorry, 8 was the new point. My bad. We're coming out clean. Coming out with a new number. There we go. All right, that's going to be a 7. Bummer, man. Bummer. That was a 437. Would have been so cool to have one of these two numbers get hit along with, right? But again, that is money to burn, aggressive, hyper crazy play, right? If you're looking to have the adrenaline rush, right? Because that's the way your mind is wired, and you are a mathematical thinker kind of player, this is probably what you're doing, right? You're playing the comeback, you're playing max odds, and you're going to let the shooter determine your fate by repeating numbers, right? There's 250, right? You got to have a shooter that's throwing repeats to make it all work. There's 250. I can probably get 2 more comebacks out here. There's a hey, look at that. We got a winner in the come. Can you believe it? I'm going to do this. I'm going to be Mr. Aggressive, right? Again, boom. Let's get the adrenaline rush going here. Let's make the most impactful hardcore play I can make. There's a 538. That goes to the 8. I'm going to put a whole 10x, $500 odds on that 8. Last comeback we're making today, right there. There it is. There it is. Can we avoid disaster? That goes to the 6, right? I'm using that 11 win to get a bigger base so I can get more odds. That was the whole point of that move. There's 200. I'll get $50 for the black. $50 to the rack. We're all in. We're all in. $2,500. We're all in. We need some repeaters now. Okay. Let's get some hits. 6, 6, easy 6. That's going to be $325. There's the odds and the flat bet. We're going to come back through. Let's go ahead and make that look like a $25 bet. I'll bring the blacks in. Bring the greens in. Can we recover? Can we have the miracle that recovers our money? Can max betting, can maxing out the odds work for us? There's a 5, a 3, 2. Now we got 3 huge ones out here. There's 250 on the 5. There you go. Let's do it. Come on, babe. 8. Whoo! We got the big one. How about that? How about that? Wow. 500. Yikes. That pays $600. Love that. 5 pays 6. We get the $50 back. Okay. 1 to come. Let's see where our bankroll got to. How much did that help? I think it helped us a lot. That's going to be 500, 1,000, 1,400, and some greens for good measure. Next come bet's on the way. Give me a 10. Give me a 10 down here. Come on. Aces again. Okay, here we go. This is fun, right? People say come betting isn't fun. Oh my God, another one? Ace deuce. Come betting is not fun because you don't get to pick your number. Come betting is not fun because you're not pressing your bets, right? We just did a little press, right? We got an 11, pressed it up. That thing totally paid off. There's the 7 that's going to stop the run. But it was a good little run that we had there. It was fun. Fun to play that thing out. It didn't work out for us, right? From an aggressiveness standpoint, we didn't hit a home run, but where did we get to? Mathematical way to do it. 1 of those hit, 2 of those got burned. That's craps, right? But fun way. Fun way to play. It's cool. It's cool to be a mathematical guy, I guess. It's not like I said, it's not everybody's cup of tea. We all like to think we can outthink the game. We all like to think that, oh God, let's get the light up. Watch this. Press the button on my desk. Light's going to go out. Boom. Isn't that cool? Anyway, that's not everybody's cup of tea, right? Not everybody loves to play that way. Some people really love to play that way. Again, you want to think that you're smarter than the game. So you're going to go ahead and put your bets where you want to. You're going to manage your presses the way you want to, and you're going to get destroyed on the 7s. This way of playing here, the dice have a little more say in where bets go, right? You're really working rhythm. Come betting is very much a rhythm of the table kind of thing. It's all about when and where those odds go that really make a difference for you. So I may have made a couple dealing mistakes. I think folks are saying I should have had, I must have not paid myself on a come bet 7 somewhere there. Whatever, if I screwed up, I'm sorry. The 5 count, let's talk about the 5 count. I think the 5 count, if you're gonna play a come betting strategy, the 5 count works. And I think Golden Touch, they preach this thing like it's crazy. It only makes sense if you're playing a come bet strategy. Why? Let me go to the table. Because I hate the 5 count, and I want to explain why I hate the 5 count so much. Let me go back in here and really talk about it. Because I know you're talking about something else probably, but I want to bring it up and talk through it. The 5 count is for random. Okay, let them get a point. Make them roll five numbers. Right, 5 winning. There's 1. We'll mark them here with greens. Right, 1 count. There's a 4, that's a 2 count. You're waiting to come in. You're waiting to come in. Why? Because most shooters don't get past 4 rolls. Okay. There's actually a repeater. There's another 11. Now you're waiting for a box number. And we come in. The last one I think has to be a box number, right? There's a 4. Look at that. 3 4s. Right? Here's the 5th roll. It's a 7, so we don't bet on that player. That's the 5 count. You save your money. You're making quote unquote money by not playing. The reason why the 5 count feels like it works is because you're not losing, because you're not playing. Understand that? You're losing. You're not losing because you're not playing. That's their theory. The theory is after the 5th one, the 7 is more likely to come, and your next bet is going to be a come bet that takes advantage of the 7 as it's looming. If the shooter does happen to be on a good roll, you'll start making money there. That's the 5 counts theory. It works great if you're here in the come bet. If you're a place better and you go, okay, let's let them get 5 rolls, and then I'm going to go 110. And now the shooter's proven themselves. We're going to go 110 inside, and then the 7 comes. You burn $100, right? Where you could have won those 3 4s that came out. You follow what I'm saying? So the 5 count works for come betting. It does not work. It's not a smart strategy to play if you're a place better. If you're a place better and you're going to just kind of hope for a good roll, get your bets out there, get your 2 hits, get out before the 5 count, right? You can work the reverse 5 count as a place better, get your bets in, get paid, get them off before the 5th roll. If you're a come better, the 5 count works best after the 5th roll. Make sure that we call that out. I think that's an important thing that's not really spelled out well enough, I don't think, on the Golden Touch site, and for people who play that way. Okay, 5 count is murder for a place better. Okay, it's designed for come betting only. Don't be throwing the 5 count at me out here as a way to kind of get through shitty shooters. It's not the way. Hope that makes sense. And I think I'm really like strongly opinioned or passionate about that, because the 5 count, I think, costs people a lot of money. When people say 5 count, they go, okay, 5 rolls, all in, 160 across, and they get their asses kicked. They don't dive deep enough into the why of that strategy. And it's not even a strategy, right? It's a I'm not going to play because I'm scared of you play, right? Again, only works again for come betting. Let's take a look at the PCs and the Qs, and then I got to get to work. PCs first. Skill, we talked about the one earlier. You said about going outside skill 66. That's great. Let's see. I'm sure you're aware of the odds of repeating numbers. Yeah, no question, right? If you added a few place bets, potentially made more money. For sure, right? And I think you're talking about the come betting piece here. If I'm wrong, let me know. Repeating numbers is hard to do. It's very, very hard to do. Come betting with odds makes money in the situation where the number repeats, okay? And words matter, right? People who come bet for a living don't like it when you say the number has to roll twice to get paid. Technically speaking, it has to repeat before the odds get paid, right? Come betting is strongest in the come, right? The low house edge of those bets is only low because of the super advantage you have while it's in the come for that one roll. That one advantage, right? That's a 2-to-1 advantage in there while you're in the come. That is supposed to make up for the fact that when it travels, it's one of the worst bets on the table. The flat come bet in the come, best bet in the house. Flat bet after it travels, worst bet in the house from a payment house edge standpoint. You got to put the odds on it to make it make sense. And now it has to roll a second time for you to make your money. You got to get a repeater. It's hard to do. A place better who just starts out there gets hit on the number, and then again, where the come better just gets that payment once, but the come better has the advantage for the roll in the come. Place bettors can lose 110, 110, 110. The come bettor's winning 25, 25, 25. It's a rhythm thing. Come betting and place betting are all about when the things are rolling. Come betting specifically is a rhythm play. It's not a bad play. Come betting is not a bad play. I love it. I played the Horseman with the come bet, right? It's a winner in the right rhythm. Okay, place betting can win in the right rhythm, but most of the time, that 5 count, like I said, the 5 count is the worst thing for a place better. Don't buy into the 5 count if you're a place better. Please don't do it. You're giving up the gravy. It's hard to get 2 hits, let alone 5. If you're place betting and waiting for the 5th one, man, you're really taking your big chance there. So, all right, it looks like hello from Lou and Jeff at Caesars. You guys are getting a jump on all of us. Good luck down there. I will see you tomorrow, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm flying in, leaving here at 7 a.m. tomorrow, and there it is, guys. That's my show. It's 9 o'clock. I think Chris is maybe going live. I'm not sure, but I have work anyway. So that's it. That is the last show for the week. Oh, Red Eye, yeah. Contract bet's not in your favor, right? Again, it's good in the come. It's bad when it's set. It's terrible when it's set. Those come bets suck when they get set. When they get hit, great. But yeah, as a bettor, having a contract bet out there is a tough way to play. That's why you want to go low on the flat, high on the odds. Low on the flat, keep the contract piece of that as small as you can. Anyway, that's it. I got to go to work. No more shows this week. I'll see you Monday. I'm going to be in AC with the guys tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, back on Sunday night or Saturday night. I'll see you for a show here again Monday morning. I will miss you, but I'll see a lot of you there in person. So with that said, I'll have a good rest of your week. Have a great weekend. And bless all you guys. Thanks again. And I'll see you soon.